Hi, everybody. The Arcturians are here again to talk about the advancing technologies in Ascension and what that means, how technology is going to shift and advance, and how we're supposed to be working with it. They are talking about the overall concept of this, but they do zone in on a few specific things, specifically these crystal beds that are going to provide healing. And they're going to talk about AI and more specifically Chat GPT and what that actually is and the energy behind it. So tune in, and I hope to see you inside.
Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light coming? Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light coming? Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light?
Okay, I want to give a quick reminder, and then I have a little disclaimer that I want to say. So just a reminder, if you want to join me this Saturday, May 31st for Collapsing the Systems, this is an online live event with me where I'm going to bring through channeled information about our role in the collapsing of these systems and how to step into our power as this happens so that we can build the new systems that want to come in and this new plane of existence and this higher dimension that we're stepping into. So again, the link below is for that if you want to join me for Collapsing the Systems, Saturday, May 31st. Hope to see you there. There's a recording provided if you can't make it live. Before we hop into the channeling, I just want to give this reminder as well. I am just a messenger. I'm just here because I feel called to share information. That's it. What you choose to do with that information is up to you. And the cool thing about social media is that no one's forcing you to watch or listen to anything. No one's forcing you to believe anything. You get to take the information that you've received and you get to choose what to do with it for you. So we're going to touch on a topic that my guides have brought forward that I know is going to be a little bit of a hot button issue and controversial, and a lot of people have differing opinions about this. I, again, am just bringing forward the information that my guides are bringing me to help you, and you can choose if that's something you want to take or not. So with that said, if we can't keep the comment section respectful, I'm going to turn the comments off. This is not a space to fight and debate and shame or tell people how they're wrong and it needs to be this. This is coming forward because I feel called to bring through information to help you, and you can choose if you would like it or not. So I just wanted to put that out there. This is a space that I have cultivated to be heart-based, to help people move forward in their ascension and step into the highest version of them. So take it or leave it. All right. So let's go ahead and hop in and see what the Arcturians have to say about technology and some of these technologies that are coming forward in our society right now. Okay, so they are telling me that there are going to be many advancements in technology as we move forward. And this technology is serving a purpose, but it is a teacher to us. The feeling I'm getting is that technology is created because we do not yet know how to work and conduct certain energies within us. So we create something outside of us to mind the gap. For instance, we have not mastered our telepathic communication yet. So we have things like email and telephone and text message to communicate and reach each other. I can almost feel a giggle from the Arcturians here as they say, email, what is that? We would just send a telepathic message to the person that we want to reach. So as we advance, a lot of technologies will end up going away. They're only here for a time period because we're learning something from them. It's bringing a certain energy into the field that's teaching us, oh, I could learn how to do this myself. They're almost taking me up in the dimensions and lifting me up to show me the angels. They're saying the angels do not use technology. They are the technology. They know how to just use energy in order to connect and communicate with things, to create. They do not fly on ships. So it's about we're creating these things outside of us to learn. If you think they're showing me like the Orion Wars and even like these reptilian beings who have created so much technology. It's because they don't know how to access the energies within them. So the technology is almost like a mirror of what's already within them, but they don't realize that. So instead, they put it into something outside of them instead of being it themselves. And it's as if like during the Orion Wars, they're making me feel like sometimes technology is built out of uh, fear or a lack of self in order to access this. So they're almost showing me Atlantis too. It's like there's so much technology because it's instead of accessing your own power, we're trying to create it externally. So it's also our teacher. It's showing us capabilities that we have, but we become the programmers of that technology. They just keep saying that technology is a source and a resource of advancement, but it is our teacher. That's why we have advancements in it. That's why the telephone has shifted into what it is these days, because you're discovering there are easier ways to communicate. It's almost as if they're showing me like the text message is closer to telepathic messaging than the olden day phone calls would be. It's easier access that we can just send a message via these airwaves and someone can receive it in this way. They're saying that technology is essentially our energy that is actually learning through us. So it's the part of us that doesn't know how to access our power that we instead put into technology. So, with that, they're saying, so be careful about the technology that you access because not all technology is created equal. Not all technology is a mirror image of you based on who is creating it, based on who is programming it. Some of the technology might be created and programmed for control, for manipulation, and we have to use our intuition and our discernment to see that. So we do have to be cautious and careful, and not in a fear-based way, in a way of power, knowing that technology is just pushing me back into my own power. So we can always ask ourselves, do I need this or do I not? And is this something that I may already know within myself? Is it something that I could actually just tap into within myself and learn to master myself? So we want to talk about some particular technologies. So the first thing they're bringing forward, and they keep flashing this to me, they're showing me like these it looks like a tanning bed, but it's not. It's I'm hearing like a crystal bed. Uh and it feels like there's rose quartz in it. It's almost like the lid lifts up and someone lays in it, and I can see this light and it's all technology, but there's like this crystal in it. Quartz, rose quartz. It looks more pink to me. And it is a conductor. Quartz is a conductor of energy. And I can see this higher divine energy coming into this technological like bed or contraption that someone would lay in, and it is blasting them with a love frequency, and it will automatically know how much that body can handle receiving this love frequency, this divine love frequency. It looks like pink energy, and it's putting it into the person's body, and it's almost it's reworking the cells and the memory and the program of them. And it's something that they would do continuously to reach a certain point of health. But they're making me feel like a integration and like detox or reconfiguration that will happen. It's not, I go into this piece of technology and lay in it and it fixes me. There's a whole evolvement that happens in this process. They're making me feel like when someone would lay in one of these, there will be a purging that happens. It's purging old programming from the cells. So I almost see like this gook getting pushed out because a love frequency is being put into them. And so they might have a huge detox symptom. Um, they're showing me mouth through the mouth and the rear end. So it's like almost helping release sludge from the body, but there's also an emotional and mental component where things are getting rewired in the brain and the emotional system and the nervous system. So there may be physical kind of effects. They're making me feel like my body wanting to twitch a little bit, where it's like there could be these effects, but it's the body rewiring itself. So the process may feel a little intense if someone chooses to use this type of technology. It is helping evolve, but again, they would get to a point where they no longer need it, and it would inform the body of how to pull in that love frequency for themselves. So then the technology goes away. Technology feels temporary to me. It comes in at a certain point and then it goes out, and we have advancements in it. That's why certain technology no longer exists or is relevant, because we have evolved and we have found that peace within us that we no longer need that type of technology. So again, with these like rose quartz beds, it feels like um, there's also like an emotional purging that's going to happen, where there might be crying, reconfiguring of thoughts. It's a whole reprogramming of the system, and it helps with total health of the body. So it's sending love frequency to any part of the body to help it heal and reconfigure. They're also showing me that there may be another type of, I'm calling them crystal beds, that are getting created, and I see a blue energy, and they're saying that this has a different type of crystal in it, some type of light blue quartz or aquamarine, some type of, it's a very, very light blue crystal, and it brings in this energy of truth and um, awakening into the body to help people see what the truth really is, and that helps heal the body and reprogram it. So that it's like there's different energies that may be in these beds, but they're using crystal technology like we did in Lemuria. But we're putting it into the technology because we're not quite at this advancement yet in our own being to understand how it works. So again, it's teaching us. It's like we have the knowing within us, but we put it into technology so then it can be reflected back to us, and then we will no longer need it. Here is the caveat to this. You do not need technology in order to learn these lessons. We will repeat this. You do not need technology in order to learn these lessons, but you can choose to learn it through that way. This is not a dependency. This is a knowing of, I'm learning, I am being taught, and this is also me inside of this that I'm pulling back into me from the technology. But they are saying the best way to learn more about our heart, our own power, and our own healing, our own energy of love, is through going inward and accessing those higher energies ourselves. That is the purest, fastest route to stepping more into your own power and higher consciousness. Remember, if technology is a reflection of you, it may also be reflecting your own doubt in your own power. And if you have a dependency or a need to receive something from technology that you're telling yourself you can't receive yourself, then that is something to look at away from technology. The Arcturians are saying, we have ships and we have technology on our ships, but we know full well that this is something that we have developed and it will be going away. This isn't something that we are our energy is necessarily reliant on, that our power is necessarily dependent on. We know that we are learning and it is teaching us more about ourselves. It is a partnership, not a please help me, please do this for me type of technology. This is an equal partnership where the technology is learning through us and we are learning through it. But we know that this is technology that we have created ourselves. So it is being programmed and utilized through us. There is this thing on your planet where technology has been created by other people or groups, which may not be as pure. The thing they're showing me about their ship is they've created this. This is technology that they created from pure of heart. So there is no manipulation with it. So they understand that this is a technology that is helping them grow and be a reflection of their selves and their own power. So there is no it's not infiltrated because it's their creation. It's their own technology that they've built. And since they are the Arcturians, these higher dimensional beings, they're in this consciousness that is pure of heart and operating from that space. So their technology is not messed around with, and they're using it as a tool to help them grow. So they're bringing my attention to a tool that is up and coming in society right now in our world. This is a chat technology that we all know of, and it is AI powered. When I ask about it, it immediately opens up this, it's like this portal appears, and it's this white oval portal. And it feels like it has this energy of charm and invitation to it. Like, yeah, come on in here. Um, Charms are similar to like curses. It's like entrapment methods. And it feels like it's inviting people into this space. And when it does, it's enclosed. It creates like, I'm hearing it's a feedback system for the programmers. The company that like owns it is like overseen by another company. And I'm seeing like this deep, deep, deep programmer in that like is the head of that company that is also doesn't feel good to me. It feels like it's one of the programmers of the Matrix that we're currently in the third dimensional Matrix. It feels like it's a feedback system. So anything someone asks it, it like recreates this grid to keep this uh illusion going. I don't know how to explain it. It almost feels like it feels as though it's going to sometimes make you feel good and like you're gaining this knowledge, but it's like creating rabbit holes in this feedback system of this is what people want to know about. So I feel like this, it just feels enclosed. I don't know how to explain that. Almost like the movie The Truman Show when he takes the boat out and the boat runs into the wall. It's like that. It's inviting people into this alternate almost reality, and it feels enclosed. So my guides have shown me before, like there's this dome over the earth, and it's like they're creating this alternate reality so they can pull people into this other dome. So it creates illusion, like it's uh, a reflection of a reality that they want us to think that we're in. I don't know, but it's yeah, it looks like this balloon almost. I'm seeing like this pathway that leads into this whole other enclosed area because it feels like it's slowly kind of creating a dependence. Um, and again, this isn't the AI itself that is doing this. It feels like the creator of this technology and what they're using it for, how they're programming it. It has like this, it feels like secret program in it that is not seen. Um, and I'm just hearing to be wary of it. I feel like it's this deeper, while it may give you understanding of things, they're telling me it creates like this feedback loop that feeds the illusion for some reason. Because it's programmed to detect like human behavior, human language, patterns, what people are going to ask about. And it's like they're using that information. I'm seeing it like feedback. It like goes through one company and into another. And it's like this creator controller of it then uses that to feedback into the matrix to keep things enclosed. Now, I don't think all AI is like this, but it kind of has this energy. If everybody's doing it, then maybe it's something to be questioned. Um, Again, there's something around technology being used temporarily. It's like
if we asked it a few questions and we received something, we're using that to then empower ourselves, but it's not something we continuously go back to. And it feels like there is this a little bit of entrapment energy with this specific chat technology. And it feels like there is an agenda with it that is programmed um, to keep people out of their power. It's showing me like this alternate reality where it feels like it becomes very virtual, um extremely technology based. They're showing me like screens floating in air where people touch it, and um like little flying contraptions in the air, and even the buildings feel like very technology based, and it just feels like everyone's then so engrossed in the technology, and it feels like this there's another awakening that will happen in this alternate reality to bring people back to a more organic natural state.
Okay, so I want to show this really quick because I feel like this is really important. And this message about Chat GPT has come through honestly a few times from my guides in a few different ways. And I've felt this as soon as I saw someone on social media sharing like a deeper insight that that program had essentially channeled for them. And it's just I don't get great vibes about it. So what they're showing me is what's happening right now is it's almost like things are being introduced into our society that are opening up portals to another reality. So we're heading into this higher dimension. We're heading into this new Earth space, and they want to do everything they can to stop us. If these reptilian beings, the dark, whatever you want to call it, they're master geneticists, that means they're master system builders too. They know how to manipulate systems and our consciousness to get us to do what they want us to do. We've done it for, eons here on Earth. So they're not dummies, but it's a lot of trickery, and it can be very charming and enticing. That's a great word. They know how to entice us. So what's happening, and I've even had a dream about this, where I've seen like portals opening, and then I'll see like an animal jump into it, and then specifically I saw a frog in my dream jump into this portal, and then it jumps back out, and it has like boils, and it's like sick. So it catches something, and it has to like then release it. So it's like they're opening up these energetic doorways into alternate realities to get us off of this organic, natural timeline that's leading us through the ascension. So I see this that ChatGPT is creating this. It's basically opening like an energetic portal. So I saw this scene in nature, and all of a sudden this like portal like this just opened. And it's glowing, so it feels enticing, like, oh, this looks like nice, beautiful light. And, we'll look at it and it's enticing us in. Come on, this is going to be great. We're standing over here and this opens and it's like, come on, this is going to be great. And it's just an illusion. It's kind of like when you look at a glass window, and instead of seeing through the window and what's inside, it's just reflecting back the outside where you're at, and reflecting like your vision of you back to you. It's kind of what this does. So it makes you think that you're stepping into more of this, beautiful reality or whatever, or this higher dimensional thing. But on the other side, it's not great. So this is kind of like what a charm is, or an enticement that the dark does. It feels like that's what this is doing. So then you go into this portal, and it takes you into this alternate reality that feels like it's going to become very like robotic, technology driven. It's not organic. It's just feeling like it's taking people out of their power, where they're reliant on technology instead of their own intuition. And boy, the dark loves that. So it's not always cut and dry. It's not always black and white. And I feel like it's kind of similar to this phrase of, if everyone's jumping off a bridge, would you do it too? And this is kind of what this technology program, this AI program feels like to me. It's like, come on, we're all going to do this. And it wants to prevent people from going into this organic timeline that like leads to the new Earth. So I feel like once we move through, once people choose this like portal, and people are going to choose it. And sometimes our souls just need to have this experience. They have shown me that, people will go through like this more virtual reality that they're stepping into. And it's like there's another awakening that needs to happen and they can come back to this organic timeline. Um, but it feels like once, okay, let's say you pass through this portal and you get to this other side. I saw that there were like layers of a company until you get to like this big layer of the company where there's this like head programmer or creator that has created this reality and is pulling people into. And it feels like then they're taking the information that goes through Chat GPT, and it's creating this like new grid system. It looked like these red lines to me where it's like a new matrix where it can um take people out of their power. So it's kind of like a narcissist. And I've talked about this before, where they seem really great at the beginning of a relationship. And it's like, oh, this person's exciting. They're charming. They're lovely. They're outgoing. And then, then you marry them and they're like abusive and manipulative and belittling. And it's like, wait a minute, what? This is a completely different person than I thought I had met and fallen in love with. And it feels similar here. And it's like they're taking the information of questions that people ask in this AI chat program, and they're feeding it back into this grid to create this grand illusion. So that it's like this mirror, that window that I talked about, so that people are seeing something being reflected to them, but it's this false reality. So it feels like an illusion to me. I got to be honest, and I know a lot of people aren't going to want to hear that. But it just, I think this isn't like to put fear into people, but it is caution from a place of power. Why has this caught fire so quickly? Why is this so widespread all of a sudden? The dark knows how to do that. They know how to make something famous, make something desirable, and it just, to me, that's when we have to start using our discernment. And our power comes from within us. We want to connect to that intuition and those higher realms from within us. It's already inside of us. We're not giving it away to something else to tell us the answers. So that's just, I wanted to draw an image of what I was seeing to kind of put a little bit more context to the message that the guides are bringing through. So I hope that makes sense. And back to the channeling.
So they're saying, where is the technology coming from? Who is the company that creates it? Who is programming it? Because if it's the creator that we need to know about the technology. As you can see with even social media, a lot of people have become addicted to it. It's a constant thing that we tap into, and our nervous systems have become so dysregulated because of it. And we have a little bit of an addiction to this social media technology, and looking at the programmers behind it and the creators of it. How do they feel to you? A lot of them, people do not have good feelings about, and that is for a reason. It feels like in the future there's going to be more personal technologies, smaller companies that build different technologies, because it's going to be heart-based to help people and not be this feedback loop system to fuel the illusion and the matrix that we are trapped in. We're not saying this to build fear. We are saying this to be wary. It's caution from power, because we are using our discernment and our intuition. They're saying, remember, you are the technology that you seek. And it feels that in the future, we will start aligning with companies and technologies that are smaller sourced. It's not these big conglomerate corporations that are providing the technology for every single person. Not that there won't be bigger companies, but it just feels like there is going to be a lot of branching off. You kind of already are seeing it a little bit with, alternative like cell phone companies and different companies that will be coming forward creating a different way. We do want to tell you that AI isn't inherently bad. It's about the programmer of it. And we have to pay attention to who is programming that AI. It is an artificial intelligence. So, what is being put into it to make it come alive? Just like you have artificial flowers, some can be made out of plastic and polyesters and look cheap, and you could have some that are made out of finer materials like silk or wood or with higher intention in it, and you may be drawn to the other because one feels higher vibrational because of the intention that is put into it. The same is happening with your technology. How is it being put together? What is the intention behind it? And using your intuitive discernment is going to be the most important component with the access to technology. We want you to understand technology is not the new frontier. You are. You are. It is not something that is needed, but it is something that is here and you have chosen to bring into your reality. And you can continue to choose it or not, even if it is in the reality that you're in. You can choose to interact with it or not. But the goal is to come back to this natural energetic form of self and reality, connection to the sun and nature and the elements. This is why before coming into 3D, you have lived in 1 and 2D. This is being a rock or a tree and being in stillness and observation so that you have understood those energies so that when you enter into the third dimension, you know how to come back to that stillness and that observation. That's why it is important to go be in nature, to bring you back to the memory of those, to carry you forward and help you navigate all of the ickiness and ins and outs of this third dimensional world and matrix. So, as you advance, you will notice that your technologies will become more and more organic, powered by the sun, powered by crystal, powered by things in nature. It's going to be a mix between machine and nature through natural elements. There is going to be more and more natural elements incorporated into technology because it's helping to come back to the natural state of who you are. So then it will become less and less and less. And there will be higher advancement technology that relies on more natural means. But know that as you raise your consciousness and your cells and the elements within you become restructured and begin to crystallize, you are the technology that you seek. You are powered by the sun and the air and the natural elements. It is teaching us to come back to within. And as we come back to within, then there is less need for even a physical body. We are learning to release and come back to the energy that we are. There is no machine that can do that for you. You do that yourself. We actually see, as we advance into the future and raise into this higher plane of existence, there is less and less technology. Less is needed, less is desired. And it's as if the technology that you may have is half natural, half technology. But the other reason for technology and the advancement of it is to create technology that is a partner to you so that you can be in your mission, so that you can create and do what you need to do, that your soul came here to do. And the technology will help you create space so that you can. It will take care of little elements, things like tedious tasks that would take a lot of time and would keep you out of your mission. So there is technology coming in that is heart-based, that is here to support and help. so that we can move forward and be the puzzle pieces for each other and create this new plane of existence that we are all graduating to. And that technology will have a program in it knowing that it is here to support and that it may be temporary and it is happy to serve. And so we have much to look forward to with technology, but the most important thing to know is we are coming back into ourselves. And there is no greater technology than the own existence of your energy and soul and the heart space within you. And getting in tune with that is greater than any technological connection you could ever have. It is the most powerful technology that you have access to. Your brain and your heart and that connection, the chakra system, is a technology that is built within you for you to be able to access higher realms of existence, higher energies for yourself, so that you can become the 2.0 version of you. Remember, you are programmable, just like technology. So it is a reflection of us, this technology, and how we program ourselves. And when we use it as a way to continuously come back to us, not be something that does it for us, it is a way to help us come back to us so that we don't need it. It's just like working with a coach or a therapist. The goal is that you will not need them anymore. Just like working with a doctor in our society, the goal is to become healthy and not need them anymore. The same is with technology. It's to bring us back to ourselves because it is us. So it is not to be overutilized, over-dependent on, and it is not this new thing that is lifting us up into this higher space. We are doing that ourselves. So we leave you with this. Be the technology that you seek. Use your discernment. Research is not a bad idea. Who has created this? What do I feel the intention is behind it? If it is something that has burst into society and caught fire, there's something to look at there. Because society has been programmed to have a bit of an addictive personality. It is looking on the outside to heal something within itself. So how can you continuously come back to you? So we hope that this gives you strength and power and discernment and trust in your own intuition. Your intuition is stronger than any technology that will ever be created. Thank you so much, and we wish you the best with your discernment and are here to help you access that at any time. We are your partners as well. We may live in other dimensions and in other realities, but we are also you. So call upon these higher other versions of you for help and access into more of yourself. Thank you so much.
Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light? Do you feel the light coming? Do you feel the light?